Hello everybody, how are you today? This is Bahra Masaili, and in this video I'm going to teach you present perfect tense. If you'd like to know more about this tense, please watch this video until the end in order to know more, okay? So let's start the first part of this video. Okay dear friends, now look at the word. I wrote have and has and past participle, okay? Past participle. This is the positive form of the present perfect. I wrote two examples on the board in order to learn more about present perfect, and let's start here. I have been married for nearly 17 years. Okay, here I use the positive form in this sentence, have been. Here, been is the past participle of be, okay, so be is am is are, and the past tense was and were, and the past participle is been, okay, been. You have, I have been married for nearly 17 years. Okay, now next example. She has lived in London all her life. All her life. Okay, here we have lived as a past participle. Okay, here you know that we have regular verbs and irregular verbs. So live is regular. In order to change to the past participle, okay, we say she has lived in London all her life. And also we can use other subject pronouns, okay. Instead of I can say they, you, we, okay. For example, they have been, yeah, you can say they have been married for nearly 17 years. Yeah. She has, okay, she has lived. I can say he has lived. Yes, he has lived in London all his life. Yes, instead of her, I should say his, all his life. Okay, so this is the positive form of the present perfect. Now let's go through the negative form of the present perfect. Friends, this is the negative form of the present perfect. Have plus not, okay, plus past participle, or has plus not plus past participle, or PP. Now let's take a look at these two examples that I wrote on the board. I have not traveled for nearly 2 years, okay, just because of coronavirus. I have not traveled, okay, here I use not in order to change it to the negative form. Have not traveled, okay, traveled here is the past participle of the verb travel, okay. She has not played, okay, she has not played basketball all her life, okay. Say has not played, has not played. Okay, as I told you before, we can use different subject pronouns here. Instead of I can say we, you, they, okay? And here, instead of she, I can say he, yeah? Or it. He has not played basketball all his life. Now, let's go through the next part that I'm going to tell you how to change to the question form. Okay, dear friends, as you see here, I want to tell you something about the question form. Now, the present perfect of the okay, the question form of the present perfect here is have or has plus subject pronoun plus PP or past participle. What is subject pronoun? Subject pronoun like I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they, okay? And past participle. Now here, look at these examples. Have you ever met George? Have you ever met George? Here we have, subject pronoun you, and you ever met. Met is the past participle of meet. Okay, meet. Say meet, met, met. Have you ever met George? Okay. Can say yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Yeah? If yes, can say yes, I have. If no, can say no, I haven't. Has she ever traveled to London? Has she ever traveled to London? Here we have has, she, ever traveled, okay, traveled is the past participle of travel to London, okay? And also, as I told you, you can change the subject pronoun in these sentences. Have we ever met George or Jim? I don't know. Okay, can say you, they. Okay, we have. Has, she has, he has, it. Okay, and now let's go through the next word that I'm going to tell you about the usage of this tense. Okay. Before going through the usage of the present perfect, I'm going to tell you how to contract this tense. Now, let's take a look. We have I have, okay, and we say I've, okay, the contraction form, I've, I have, I've. You have, you have, you've, okay, you've. He has, his, okay. She has, she's, it has, its. John has, John's. The car has, the cars. We have, we've. They have, they've. Okay? So, these are the positive contraction verbs. And let's take a look at these two examples. You've told me that before. Okay, say you have told me. You've told me. You've told me. Okay, that before. John's seen Harry Potter. John's seen Harry Potter. Okay, we say John has seen. John has seen Harry Potter. Okay, instead of saying John has seen, can say John's seen. In negative sentences, we may contract the auxiliary verb and not. You haven't won the contest. You haven't won the contest. Here you have plus not and haven't. She hasn't heard from him. She hasn't heard from him. Okay? Now, let's go through the next part. Here, I'm going to tell you the usage. Okay, dear friends, I wrote the usage of present perfect. Let's take a look. The first is experience. Okay, say experience. When we have some experience, okay, and it starts in the past, and it has a connection, or you can say there is a connection between past and right now, okay, and now. Here, he has lived in London. It's a kind of experience, yeah. We can say he has experienced, okay, he has had experience of living in London, yeah. Or have you ever been there? Have you ever had experience of being there? Can say, okay, it's a kind of experience, so we can use present perfect when you want to say some experiences, okay. He has lived in London. Have you ever been in London? Okay. Now change. I have bought a car, or I've bought a car, okay. Here, I didn't have this car last week, but now I have, yes. So, I have bought a car. It's a kind of change. Yes, I didn't have, but now I have. So, I bought a car is a kind of change. John has broken his leg. John has broken his leg. Here, okay, for example, last week he had a good leg, but now, okay, has a broken leg. John has broken his leg. So it's a change. Now, next, continuing situation. Continuing situation. I have worked here since June. I have worked here since June. Okay, it is a continuous action. It started from the past and it continues now, and maybe it will continue in the future. Okay, but the time is not important at all. Just the action is important in this tense. Okay, I have worked here since June. How long have you known John? How long have you known John? Okay, here again we use how long in this tense. How long have you known John? It's a continuous, can say, a situation. I want to know how long, yeah? It is a continuous situation. Okay, and in next part, I'm going to tell you about the time expression in this tense. Let's go through the next part. Okay, dear friends, now it's time to learn the adverbs or some time expressions in this tense. We can use just, recently, ever, up to now, until now, so far, yet, already, for, since, and never. Okay? For example, we have just got back from our holiday. We have just got back from our holiday. I use just here, okay? Just. And I used between have and got. Have you ever met John? Have you ever, here I use ever. Have you ever met John? Have you finished your homework yet? Okay, yet is in question form. Okay, is used in question form. Have you finished your homework yet? Scientists have recently discovered, okay? I used recently between have and discovered a new breed of monkey. Okay, dear friends, I hope you learn present perfect tense, and I hope this video is useful for you. This is the end of this video. I hope you learned it. If you like it, you can share with your friends, and also you can subscribe to my YouTube channel in order to learn more English. Love you all. Goodbye and have a great day. Bye.